What if this could turn into this? What if this dark, narrow kitchen became one of the brightest parts of the house? What if this awkward layout flowed effortlessly from one space to another? Same footprint, no extra square meters, just better design. Today I'm showing you a real tour of this London home I redesigned with a wonderful client. Let me show you how we turn frustration into flow and why a few key decisions changed everything. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, my name is Lorenzo Centioni and I'm an Italian architect based in London and founder of Centioni Architects. On this channel, I show you how design decisions are made, what works, what changes, and what actually matters when people move in. Today is a special video because this is one of my most recently completed projects in London. Ready? Let's dive in. The before situation. Before we walk through the finished space, let me show you what we were dealing with, because the lower ground floor sat partially below pavement level. These dark and gloomy spaces ran beneath the sidewalk to the front of the house. That space, as you can see, was quite humid, damp, and almost completely deprived of daylight. The client initially wanted to use it as a laundry area, but to make that viable, we needed proper ceiling height, which meant lowering the ground floor in that specific area. And doing so required planning permission, something I had to handle as part of the project. At the rear, the kitchen wasn't helping either. On paper, this was a south-facing kitchen, which, sounds great, but in reality, it was dark and gloomy. The garden in front of it was shallow, overshadowed, and not particularly usable. So we excavated further and reworked the rear garden to pull more daylight into the back of the property. Without more light, nothing else would have worked. The biggest move was certainly relocating the kitchen. It had to move to the opposite side of the plan to rebalance light and circulation. This wasn't only a cosmetic exercise, really, it was actually engineered. So we had to get some engineers to do calculations to remove a part of a wall which was structural and holding the chimney. Now let me show you a virtual tour of what I actually designed originally. Before we continue the tour, I want to show you something interesting that I've been noticing. As an architect, I regularly speak with estate agents. Sometimes they call me about development potential, sometimes about adding value before listing. And one thing keeps coming up. Homes are sitting on the market longer. Sellers are asking, what do we do now? I realized that the best agents don't just say lower the price. They expand the strategy. This part of the video is sponsored by Airbnb. And if you are a real estate agent, this one's specifically for you. Airbnb has a real estate referral program designed to give agents a genuine answer when a listing stalls and a new revenue stream while you're at it. To be clear, this house here that I'm showing you is not listed on Airbnb, but for your clients with properties like this, or even something much simpler, Airbnb can be part of a serious alternative plan. Let me show you something quickly. As you can see here, I'm going to airbnb.com and show you the estimated earnings calculator. You can use their estimated earnings calculator to see what a property in your area could potentially generate as a short-term rental. For some sellers, that completely changes the conversation. When you sign up and it's totally free, that's what you get. An in-depth webinar explaining exactly how Airbnb works. Toolkits to position yourself as the vacation rental expert in your market. Exclusive local short-term rental data and a custom referral link. And when you refer clients, even if they have already an Airbnb account, you get paid. It's genuinely a win-win-win. Your clients unlock a potential income stream. You provide more value and you create a new revenue channel. If you are in real estate, go to this link below. It's also the first line of my description. Thanks again, Airbnb, for sponsoring this video. Now let's continue the tour. Okay, so let's have a look at the first design. The first item we designed was the garden. Then we designed a cozy nook, display wall, but also under the stairs. A new kitchen was imagined, as well as a new laundry. So let's have a look at each one of these. Okay, so the first one is the garden, which is very light and airy now. What we've done, we excavated, so we provided more light to the living room. And this is the living room. You can see there the cozy nook, which I really liked. I thought it would be a good idea to have large plant, a nice chair. And here's the display wall opposite to it, little doggy there. Originally, this was my design for the space underneath the stairs. But eventually, with the client, we sort of value engineers into something a bit more approachable. This is the kitchen, which is sage green with reeded glass cabinets. This is another shot of the kitchen. Simple, but in my opinion, quite stylish. And you have this island in the middle as well. This is the approach to the new laundry, which was, remember, below the sidewalk. Cold compared to the rest of the house, but very, very useful. Okay, so I thought it'd be good to show you the final design in relation to my original first design, because some of you usually ask in the comments, why don't you show the before and after? So here you are. And these are the three effectively layouts that you can compare. So you've got the original layouts, the first design, which is the one I showed you before, and then obviously the final design. In terms of changes, these are quite subtle, but effectively the kitchen is completely different. The island is tilted 90 degrees and the bathroom stayed where it was. Really excited because this one is really a great project. It's been a while, so it took a while to design together with the client, and it took a while to build. So I'm very, very excited to be here, actually. mean, what can I say? You know, this is fantastic. I love the way she designed some of the elements, which came about really, really good, together with my design, obviously. And it's just an incredible project for me, really. Look at the quality of the build as well, you know. Those arches, fantastic. Yeah, she loves painting, so these are very good pieces of art on the wall. There's a little Jimi Hendrix in there. Hello. I love this nook here where you can get a bit of sunshine. Actually, it's good today because it's a rare day of sunshine in the UK. So look at that. South-facing lovely garden, which before was unbelievably cluttered and it didn't have all the space here. So let's go and have a look at it. It actually didn't have all of the space where I'm walking now, because this has been carved out of the soil. And now you have these lovely steps in here where you can effectively enjoy your outdoor private space. How beautiful is that? Very cozy. I love these festoon lights as well. So if I were to get back in now, bear with me. So that's the fantastic crystal door, which gives it a bit of an industrial vibe, which, you know, for this part of London is actually very, very suited. There we go. I'm in now. Apology for the creaking sound. And that's it. So that's the living room. By the way, this table, which is a table that my client designed herself, it's beautiful. And it's openable as well, extendable. Lovely wallpaper. What do you think about the light fittings? These were chosen by the client. I like it. But it's not necessarily my style, let's put it that way. But it's really nice. And then this fantastic kitchen island as well was designed by the client, because my original design was very different, as you can see from my previous video that I will link here for you. But it turned out to be an amazing design choice, this one here. Look, it's really great. There's some loose furniture in here, lovely as well. Definitely not IKEA. And then this is effectively the space outside to the front of the house. So that's the road. So you can come down the steps, that's there, and you're here. Back to the kitchen, you've got a lovely butter sink in here. And now one of my favorite parts of this building, which is the sunken laundry room, which used to be underneath some vaults, which are right below the pavement above. And it used to be really dark and gloomy space. And look what it is now. It is just unrecognizable, to be fair. The kitchen looks really good. By the way, look at the floor. The herringbone oak flooring is also very good. This one is a fantastic oven with an integrated kitchen extractor, which effectively extracts all the air that goes down below, and there's a fan that pulls it all outside there. So this is an expensive Italian brand called Edica. This lovely kitchen island, and then here you got the butter sink with a nice brass tap. Lovely shelf in there. Back to the main kitchen. Look how beautiful it is. Can't believe, you know, this was so different. So different. And now it looks fantastic. Really, really good. These are the steps that bring you up to the ground floor. So this one is an underground, lower ground floor, I should say. Lower ground floor. What can I say? I'm really, really excited about this. It's a lovely project. So I'm curious now. If this was your home, what would you have done differently? Would you have kept the island as we first designed it? Move the bathroom? Keep the cozy nook? Tell me in the comments because I genuinely read each one of them. As always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I post weekly, so until the next one, ciao.